They have so many tools in this
it could be Nami. Nami might be better for lane. Tristana, the Shiu tech.
I do see what you're saying, and it is kind of good defensively into the draft here. But like, there were so many other things he could have gone. I mean, Kennen is one of the more common ones. Tristana, though, but even Aurelia we've seen. It is the Nami. Nami's good into dive-type compositions with the Kennen coming through as well. I think that makes it even more obvious. And it's great in lane. Like you said, the sustain is very powerful.
We'll be now looking for Willa, who does spot him there, but the knockup does come on through. It's a decent amount of burst there as BDD able to walk on past first. And Cuz should be able to take a second round of Raptors.
2 for 2.
Oh, actually just gets on top of Willa once again. Will be a smite fight here. As Cuz not going to be able to land the smite. And we'll get Vault Break it here at the same time. Still looking for the fight, finds the flag and drag there. And Willa gets his shield. This 1v1 could be won by the Vi as BDD flashes in. Now it's 1v1 on the other side as Ucal flashes the Q. And BDD will be taken out as well. A disaster for KT as KRX spring to life.
And like, did we need to do this in a relatively rickety draft? Did KT need to force this? Second wraparound on the other hand.
All right, there's the Realm Warp to deliver BDD in. He does take a lot of damage. Shockwave, and BDD might just die. There he is. Effort is going to come on over and at least make sure that that kill does go over to Cuz.
You know?
It's good. It is good.
It does feel good. Damage output at this point as Rich is going to ult again. Perfect is in trouble.
Goodness, yeah, that is so much damage. The hop does come on through. And, the Shuriken not quite.
I think that's probably your best bet. Or collapse on ADC.
Yeah, going for an all-in here, potentially, as Aiming does at least have some tidal support. LazyFeel is able to dash his way out of there as Cuz gets punched and destroyed. My goodness, the Phosphorus Bomb from downtown, though, for Aiming, who gets the passive from the Nami for the extra movement speed. Ucal coming on in, gets the dissonance speed up for Willa. But now BDD's rotating down, and KRX are looking to try and back away because the damage is going to be there. Willa gets over the wall. There's a good polymorph onto BDD, but that went way better for KT than I expected.
Perfect. In potentially danger.
Shockwave going to pull back Cuz. There's Willa finding the Vault Breaker, and it's a Jarvan Breaker this time around. Effort moving in, wanted to find BDD. Some value there as he interrupts the Vault Breaker with the Tidal Wave. But Shelly is going to go over for free towards KRX as now LazyFeel will press the ulti this time. Aiming just going to Valkyrie away. There's the Arc of Judgment, though, as the Tidal Wave is looking for the turnaround, but LazyFeel gets the flash off. Aiming flashes away, and Cuz might be the hero they need. Ucal comes down, though, to punish, as it's a 1-for-1. Now a teleport in from Rich, looking to try and take down the job, and they should be able to do so as Perfect does the same thing. The Shockwave is gorgeous, and Ucal is going to be able to evict BDD from the map. Flash away from the Vault Breaker, and Perfect will get the Hyper for the movement speed, but a 1-for-3, that's not what KT were looking for.
And it's now completely gone.
Yep. 28 gold going to be the advantage for LazyFeel as now there's the flash flag and drag. It's Nami that locks down the kill onto the Yunars. Cataclysm onto Willa. He Vault breaks his way out. But KT looking for it as Cuz diving. Another bubble is going to connect. The Phosphorus Bomb not enough as the Wild Growth will save Willa.
Of gold.
I would agree.
Way more than that, and LazyFeel here does have his ult and flash. Rich shows up.
Yep, Rich is going to be able to find the snare, and there goes the bottom lane.
For KRX comes online in the mid game. KT's does not, and they're 5,000 foot behind.
Not sure about that one, as the flash over the top of the Tidal Wave will allow LazyFeel to lock down the kill. BDD had Realm Warped in, though. That's going to be a trade of 80 carries. And now BDD is looking to try and get himself on top of Andal as well. That was a teleport in from BDD, I guess, to start this one off, as never mind, he doesn't have that one either. Don't know how he got there, but he did. Ucal is going to be able to finish him off, though, as Andal finally falls. And the Gnar from Perfect will try to get Willa out of there. Wallop to try and frustrate the cannon, but he just lightning rushes after, and I think the Perfect is very dead. A punch from Willa will take down the Gnar.
Getting any dragons this game. Rich is in a precarious position.
Yeah, he is just going to get pounced on by everyone.
The guerrilla warfare, you know, push the side lanes, don't try to take the impossible dragon fight. Remember, they were able to make the comeback happen against D+.
Oh, Realm Warp is going to come down. They're going to see whether they can lock down Willow. This is right before the Baron as well, as the bubble comes through. Cuz makes it out to safety. So they do still have eyes on the front door. As oh dear, Cuz does spot them making their way in. There's the Wild Growth. Cuz flashes out of the way. I just don't think it's going to be enough. And that is a dead jungler. That should be a Baron.
QMDRX with this Baron secure, and maybe even a collapse onto KT.
Yeah, this is danger as Willa rotating over. There's the Rune Prison tied away. Bubble is going to connect for Rich. He gets in there. Willa is going to go down though. Is now aiming in so much trouble. He'll be taken out, but it's a 2-for-1 so far. Never mind. There's a Shockwave, and down will go the majority of KT.
Pros call him, which I do like.
Well, Willa looking for the angle there, just walks his way out. Never mind, Lazyfield just kills Effort though, before anything else has really happened. Cease and Desist comes in, there's a Shockwave onto Cuz. They want to prioritize the jungler as perfect. Finally transforms, but Lazyfield is going to jump on top of him. BDD explodes the Inara though, and now it is aiming with a lot of damage, and that orb is less scary without that Shockwave threatening. There is still a lot of damage here for KT, but Rich, he represents a fair bit himself as he now tries to dive in on top of this Corki. Will be able to take him down, and BDD not there to defend.
That's game.
Yeah, that should be it, as he's going to Realm Warp to try and get back to his fountain. That might be where he can go, but these Nexus turrets are going to be going down as Willa goes in. The fountain is there, but BDD is not. There's the ace, and KMDRX will bring us to 5 games for the day and 3 for the series.